Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good afternoon from Southeast London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly, DLG Repping, otherwise short for Dele London Gooner. Space Romeo Echo Papa Indigo November. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold. Well, it's here. The Champions League quarterfinals begin. And yes, big one in London, North London tonight. Arsenal v Bayern Munich, and that's the game that I'm previewing, of course. My team, my club, my love, and we're up against the might of Bayern Munich, six-time European champion of Europe. They've won the Bundesliga at least more than 25 times, even though this year they're more likely to lose out to Bayer Leverkusen, and that's a club and a team managed by Xavi Alonso. So they will not be likely to win the Bundesliga this season. But one thing I will say about Bayern Munich, excuse me, they have superb European Champions League pedigree. They still have world-class players at their disposal. Harry Kane, Musiala, Leroy Sané, Gnabry, Kimmich, Goretzka, Kingsley Coman. They have an array of talent. And if anyone disrespects that, then you'll have to be a fool. You'll have to be a fool. That goes for any Arsenal fan. You would have to be a fool to really underestimate this Bayern Munich team. Yes, they are far behind the league leaders, Bayer Leverkusen, between 13 to 16 points behind. But when it comes to the Champions League, they can turn up, and they will be under scrutiny if they don't turn up. They will have the weight of expectation on their shoulders, and when they do, they've proven over the years that they can turn up and put up a display and put in a performance. The last thing we want to do is make the same mistakes like we did 6-7 years ago when Bayern Munich put us to the sword. No, 8 years ago, should I say? Or was it 7 years? It don't matter. They put us to the sword, 10-2 on aggregate. I will never forget that. But I wasn't too disappointed because at the time I expected a thrashing at the Allianz Arena. I could clearly see at the time that we were not good enough to go to Bayern Munich to even get a draw. And I was proved so right. We got a thumping. We got a thumping and a football lesson that we'll never forget in the first leg. Second leg, I didn't even want to bother watching it because it was game over. 5-1 to the German champions. Do I need to say any more? No, I don't. However, I'm here to do a preview of the game. I'm going to be picking the strongest 11 of my choosing. I'm going to go with the bench that I feel that deserves. I feel that deserves to be the bench. The 9 substitution. No, I can have more than 9 substitutions because it's European rules. And the formation is going to be a 4-3-3. But before going into all of that, yeah, show me love, joy, and respect by smashing the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Do that in abundance. Make sure that you share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives, yeah? Also, do me the kindness of respect here by leaving your opinion, your score prediction, any prediction on that pitch. Leave it in the comment section below where positive feedback belongs as far as DLG repping is concerned. So keep it nice, but keep it respectful. On top of that, yeah, lastly, do subscribe to the channel, yeah? Smash the sub button for me, left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately, yeah? I'm on 250 odd subscribers, and let's get to 1,000 odd subscribers by this year, anytime this year. Let's do this, yeah? And I do want to apologise for no match review for the Luton game and the Brighton game. I should have done them. I just didn't get around to doing it. And last night I was meant to do the preview of our game against Bayern Munich. Now that I'm doing it an hour and 25, no, 2 hours and 25 minutes to kick off, well, better late than never, they say. However, the form that we've shown in the English Premier League, 11 league games gone, 10 league games won, 1 draw. And that's due to our defence. Massive tribute goes out to our defence. The way that we've been defending, our defence have been absolutely magnificent, especially William Saliba and Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães. Hence the reason why David Raya doesn't have too much to do. But I'll tell you what, he made a splendid save on Saturday from Cisco, because that was going top bins. But without further ado, let's get into the starting 11 that I would go with. 4-3-3 is the formation. David Raya in goal. I mean, I can't fault him at the moment. You know, he's kicking, he's kicking, and his distribution with the ball at his feet is absolutely exceptional, sublime, brilliance. So confident with the ball at his feet. He brings a reassurance to our back line in front of him, and they feel so calm with him. His handling is absolutely solid. Can't ask for any more of David Raya. He starts off in goal. The right back, for me, it's got to be Benjamin White. There's no other reason why he wouldn't start this game for me. The form that he's been on since he's come back from Dubai, since Arsenal came back from Dubai, he's been one of our better performers in the starting 11. He deserves these flowers. Benjamin White. The centre-half pairing, possibly the best centre-half, or maybe one of the best centre-half pairings in European football right now. If anyone wants to argue with me, viewer, if you're watching as a neutral or as an Arsenal fan, leave it in the comment section below. But I'm going to go with William Saliba and Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães. William Saliba, for me, he's calm, he's a Rolls Royce, his recovery speed is absolutely terrific, and he wins a lot of aerial duels. He reads the game so well. I can't speak of him any highly. He starts the game for me. Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães. He's solid, physically strong, does not back down from a physical challenge. Even when there was a moment where he hurt his foot or his ankle, got up, shrugged it off, and continued with the game, and continued to defend well against Brighton, along with the defence he was playing along with. I'm starting him in this game. Left back, I'll tell you this for free. It's not Alexander Zinchenko. I just don't want to see him in that position ever again. Not that I ain't got anything against him. I don't want him sold unless there's a possibility of him playing midfield next season. I want Alexander Zinchenko to have no involvement in the defence. I will go with Jakub Kiwior for me. I think Jakub Kiwior is the right man for the job. Although my concerns are his 1v1s are completely suspect, if the truth be told. But that being said, he is defensively a lot more superior to Alexander Zinchenko. Positionally wise, much more better. And set pieces, he is effective as any of our defenders that we've got at the club. So I'm going to go with... excuse me. Yeah, it's been a long day for me. I'm going to go with... Excuse me. I'm going to go with Jakub Kiwior to start this game. He just gets the nudge ahead of Tomiyasu. However, I won't be surprised if Tomiyasu starts. But I've gone with Jakub Kiwior. The midfield three. Oh, this is going to be a difficult one. I've got a choice here. It's got a bit of depth in that DM role and a bit of depth in the number 8 role. However, I'm going to go with Jorginho, I think he can give us that control in that midfield. His experience is absolutely vital for us, and I think with the form that he has shown based on his performances in the last how many games he's played, the last 6 to 9 to 10 games, I'm going to go with Jorginho in this game. He has proven to be a big game player with his experience, with his passing, and the way that he controls the game through his passing and his positioning as well. I'm going to go with Jorginho for the simple fact is he will give us something different in that number 6 in that defensive midfielder position where he's sitting between the two centre halves. Even though I would prefer Declan Rice to play there or Thomas Partey, but he's still with Thomas Partey, he's still behind in match fitness. However, I'm going to go with Jorginho. On the left-hand side to him, Declan Rice, for me, our player of the season without a shadow of a doubt, and should be our club captain next season. For me, he is an absolute Rolls Royce. He's put in a number of important tackles and challenges this season. Drives with the ball in midfield. Uh, um, he leads by example by his performances, and he leads by example by his presence as well. I'm going to go with Declan Rice. On the right hand side to him, on the right hand side to Jorginho, completing the three, Martin Odegaard, our club captain. Again, he leads by example by the press. Absolutely not at the best. Absolutely a terrific, talented footballer when he's got the ball at his feet, especially when he's at his best with the ball at his feet in space. However, if you put a player on him, he seems to struggle and he ends up fading away. But however, we need him to have a big game tonight because this is where Martin Odegaard is really going to earn his wages by showing the world that he can turn up for this sort of fixture, home and away as well. And he is a club captain, our number 10. So we expect some big performances from our club captain, Martin Odegaard, that will be. Right, the attacking three, right wing forward, it's guaranteed. Bukayo Saka will start. He came off. He should have come off earlier in the Brighton game, but I think that's irrelevant. He's just about got enough rest, and there's no excuses. He's going to have to perform exceptionally above 7 out of 10. At least give us a 7 out of 10, if not above that. But if he can go as far as above 7 out of 10 for me tonight, that will put him in a good place. That will put him in a good place where he is pushing towards world class stardom. He's got all the ability and talent in the world to make it as a world class winger. However, he's going to have to show us what he's all about in this quarterfinal tie against Bayern Munich, and this will be a test for him because he will be going up against. Let's just say Alphonso Davies. He will be going up against someone who's quick, athletic, and he's got to find a way to get the better of him. Let's see what happens there. Right, that's the right wing forward. Right wing, left wing forward. I'm going to go with Leandro Trossard. I feel that his style of play relates to an old school winger. Very technical, and he has the brain to get himself out of tricky situations. And he does play he does play the beautiful game with a brain. For me, he'll get you a key goal, and if anyone can get us a key goal, it will be him. Up top, Kai Havertz. I mean, there's no reason to drop him for any game at the moment in all competitions. He was magnificent against Brighton, absolutely magnificent, especially when he drifted to the right hand side of the field. He posed himself onto the game. The way he expressed himself was exactly what we want to see, and the jury's still out on him, but he can't do no wrong at the moment. and you have to give him praise. You have to give him his flowers where his flowers are due. So for me, I'm happy to have it up top for me as the false number 9 or the main number 9 striker. However you see Kai Havertz, just leave it in the comment section below. Right, to the substitutions. I'm going to try and pick up to 12. But there you go. In goal, Aaron Ramsdale for me. Not in goal, but on the bench, Aaron Ramsdale. Um, he's obviously fighting against David Raya. I think that's a battle that he's not going to win in the end. So he's got to accept that he'll be Arsenal's number 2 until the end of the season. I suppose everything and anything that he does in training, David Raya continues to better it. So Ramsdale on the bench. Substitute number 2, Takahiro Tomiyasu, a versatile defender, mainly a right back, but he can cover at left back. Where I thought about starting him ahead of Kivia, can come in as a centre half as well. We all know that whenever he's started the game for Arsenal, he doesn't let us down. What let us down is his injuries. If he overcomes the injuries and you can get the full 100% fit Tomiyasu, you'll get a number of games out of him. For me, he'll be a regular starter if he is completely super fit. Substitute number 3, goodness me, Alexander Zinchenko. Now, for me, as much as he could operate as an inverted left back, he is not the out and out old school left back for me. Defensively, his positioning is wrong. His positioning is all over the place. He's never goal side of his opponent. His defensive positioning, for me, is found wanting. He always seems to get exposed. And whenever Arsenal have problems dealing with pressure from the opposition team, they will look to exploit that area. So for me, Alexander Zinchenko has to be on the bench for that reason. Substitute number 4. Substitute number 4. Who do I go for? Thomas Partey. He's not exactly. I don't know if he is exactly match fit. However, he did do well against Luton. I didn't think he was too bad in the game against Luton. He looked pretty sharp, maybe a little bit rusty, and yeah, it's best to throw him on with 20-something odd minutes left of the game. We need to be careful how we use Thomas Partey. He has not long just come back from injury. I would go with Thomas Partey to sit on the bench for me. I feel that the midfield that we have at the moment have done so well for us, especially in the last 11 league games. And it will be harsh to drop one of them for Thomas Partey to come back into the team. I feel that you go with the midfield that has done well in the last 11 games. I don't see why you would want to chop and change and complicate things for the detrimental of the team. Thomas Partey on the bench. Substitute number 5. Oh dear, Emil Smith-Rowe for me. Again, he's just coming back into the team. He's another one who's come off the treatment room. It's an honour to have him as an Arsenal player from his Hale End academy days, and I feel that he'll get an opportunity maybe coming on tonight from the bench. That's who I'd have on the bench. Substitute number 6, Fabio Vieira. I think with Vieira, you give him 20 odd minutes, and due to the lack of physicality, I mean, it's always going to be difficult to establish yourself physically in a league like the Premier League. He's always going to have he's always going to have a time. He's going to have a moment where opponents will really look to get onto him because his lack of physicality is there to be seen. and that's where the opponents will target him. Substitute number 7. Substitute number 7. I'm going to go with Mohamed El Neni now, someone who's not moaned about not being on the bench, let alone starting in the 11. However, he's a key experienced player, maybe going to be offloaded in the summer, and rightfully so, due to the fact there's going to be a few new players coming into the midfield area, I believe. So it's only right that Mohamed El Neni gets moved on. For the time being, I feel that he can play a key part in any fixture if he's asked to do so and do a job reasonably well. However, based on the performances of the midfielders and the ones who are ahead of him, like Partey, will always be ahead of him. He's going to have to be on the bench. Substitute number 8, Reiss Nelson, another one who I expect to be moved on in the summer to make way for other new signings. His wages would be not so astronomical, but for what he's getting, it is astronomical. So that will be something that the club will look to address in the summer. Substitute number 9, Gabriel Jesus, didn't have the best of games against Brighton. Yes, he won the penalty, but that's not enough. Some of the fan base will tell you to your face, "Oh, but he won a penalty though." Yeah, but I need more from Jesus, and we had key chances in that first half, and for me, Jesus kept fluffing the chances he had presented to him. So for me, substitute number 9, substitute number 10, Eddie Nketiah. I feel Eddie Nketiah is stealing a living in some senses. You know, when he comes on, there's zero impact from the bench. You want to see a lot more from him. He's meant to be a number 9 striker. Well, if he's not getting ahead of someone who is not a number 9, then that tells me that there's something fundamentally wrong. And in the last how many seasons, he's never proved to be a top striker that you can depend on for 38 league games. He's not that guy. I suppose that's what we have on our bench. Someone like Eddie Nketiah, who's not that guy. He's never going to be that guy. Substitute number 11, Raul Walters. Raul Walters, for me, he's another Halen Academy youngster. Plays at right back. I don't think he plays in any other position other than right back. But again, I'm going to have him in the squad. Substitute number 12. I'll go with Amari Dewsbury. Cozier. Amari Dewsbury Cozier. He's a young winger. Obviously an understudy to Bukayo Saka. But I feel Arsenal in the summer will look to find someone with that experience and that extra quality, especially the extra quality that's going to be needed. Someone who's going to provide competition for Saka or come in to cover Saka for me. So, yeah, shout out to the viewer who's watching. I've just called that my 12th substitute. And that's it. I think that's my starting 11 sorted, my bench sorted as strong as possible. Guys at home, what do you think? If you can pick a starting 11 formation, bench, leave it in the comment section below. I've gone with a 4-3-3 and I've picked myself 12 substitutions. Yet again, what a pleasure it is to do this video on this platform powered by StreamYard. So, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And saving the best to last, I thank you so much for putting up with me and my dodgy cold. So do look after your friends, do look after your families. Make sure you look after yourselves, especially if you're on your way to the game. I wish you all the best. Get behind the team as best as possible, yeah? Even though you, you may not agree with Arteta's tactical switch or approach, get behind the team. More peace, more love, more joy again, yeah? And more blessings, of course. As from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG Repping. We're going to chat again, yeah? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Or get your friends and relatives to do the same thing, yeah? Smash it all up. It helps the channel grow. And one more thing, please just be nice. And I do mean be nice. Cheers.